A year ago, I posted my very first video with 0 subscribers. It hit 500k views in the first month and has currently 1.4 million views and still growing. Just 12 months and many more viral videos later, I became a proud owner of this baby.
It is you there.
While everything looks so effortless on the outside, that's not exactly my experience. I've always wanted to become a director since I was a kid, but it's always been a wild, ridiculous dream. In the middle of 2019 pandemic, I started posting videos on a Chinese platform called Bilibili. My videos got a few hundred views, but only because my mom was sharing them with everyone she knew, which was embarrassing, so I stopped posting. In the summer of 2022, I tried again on YouTube this time, but quit again after my videos only got like 36 views. Later, I started posting short-form cooking content on TikTok and accidentally did pretty well. But I stopped again when I decided I want my niche to be helping students to learn better because of all the struggles I had growing up. And I wanted to return to long-form videos, which are my true calling. After another year of researching my niche and consuming content on how to grow on YouTube, and finally, this time, I now have my dream channel and a wonderful community. I just felt incredibly grateful every single day that people are willing to listen to me, to share my experience and get to know me. And it's just so rewarding to even make a tiny difference for so many learners in all different places around the world. I have learned a lot going from a complete beginner with 36 views per video to a semi-experienced YouTuber that has millions of views. So in this video, I'm going to share with you my step-by-step process to make a viral video, along with a bunch of tips and tricks on how to grow your YouTube channel fast. And I promise you, if you follow those actionable steps, you will see the same results. The first step and most important step is to pick a video idea. Nowadays, I feel like success on YouTube depends way more on each individual videos than like the channel as a whole. Big channel can still get very small views, and then small channels can have like huge viral videos as well. My first video blow up with literally 0 subscribers. When it comes to picking a YouTube idea, I mainly focus on 2 things. The first one is I will ask myself, do people want to watch this video? Before I pick a YouTube idea, I will do a little bit of research on YouTube and see, are people searching for this topic? Are there any other videos, and what are the views those videos are getting? And how are other YouTubers approaching and making videos on this topic? And one other thing I usually do is I will just put my YouTube title idea in, and then I have this TubeBuddy plugin. For example, this video is about how I got 1 million views on my very first YouTube video, and TubeBuddy will just show me the search volume, the competition on this topic, or like this video idea. And the second part is answer why people want to watch me making this video. Think about why people would watch you over some bigger creators that have better production values and people already knows them and likes them. So the topic or the idea of the video should be something that you have advantage in, or something that you like really passionate about, so you can offer some very unique values. For example, my first video is about math study tips, and the reason people listened to me is probably because I went to Columbia University, which is an Ivy League school, and I majored in math and engineering. That just helped me stand out more because nobody knew me back then. I literally had 0 subscribers, but people knows what Ivy League means, and that just gives a bunch of credibility. Also, I am just genuinely very passionate about math because I had struggled with it in the past, and I found a way to become better at it, and eventually now I majored in math and engineering, which is quite a unique experience. So if anyone in real life come to me and ask me like, how can I be better at math? I will just talk to them for hours. If you feel that strongly about something, that will be a very good topic for you. Now, after I have a broad idea what this video will be, before I start making this video, I will think about titles and thumbnails. I believe that 80% of a video's potential to go viral depends on titles and thumbnails. I have no data to back this up. It's just so important. What I usually do is I will write down a bunch of potential titles, and then I will collect some thumbnails ideas, and sometimes I'll even sketch out the potential thumbnail ideas. I also just look through YouTube and see what are the current trends, what are some other titles and thumbnails that has performed very very well. I always decide on YouTube title before I start making the video, or at least have 2 or 3 slightly different versions in mind. For thumbnails, sometimes I create them before scripting and sometimes like during. What I do is I have all those ideas, right? And then I would just take a bunch of pictures, sometimes even 200 to 300, and then I will pick the best like 3 or 4 of them and start edit. The app I use to edit all my thumbnail is called Canva, which I think is pretty easy to use compared to Photoshop. And YouTube now has a A/B testing feature, which is just so awesome. So I will definitely have multiple different versions of thumbnails and I'll just test them and see which one perform better. I am still trying to learn how to create a better thumbnail. A lot of the methods and tips on creating a good thumbnail I actually learned from a course I took called Part-Time YouTuber Academy, which is Ali Abdal's YouTube course if you know who Ali is. This portion of the video is actually very generously sponsored by PTYA, but I definitely would have mentioned them even if it wasn't sponsored because I took the course before I started this YouTube channel and it genuinely helped me so much in my YouTube journey. I rewatched every single video in the course, I think at least 3 times, including like all the guest interviews and workshops. The course has 7 years of experience growing on YouTube from 0 to 5.8 million subscribers now and like revenue of $5 million, something crazy like that. For the course, I took tons of notes and I did all the exercise. I just felt like I got so much value out of it, but I would probably only recommend to you if you're very serious about growing on YouTube, because you will only get values out of it if you're willing to do all the homeworks. PTYA actually has this growth potential quiz. It's 100% free. It has 22 questions across 5 different categories. It basically can help you figure out where are you in your YouTube journey, what are your strengths and weakness, and it will give you a report to show you what are your next actionable steps. I took the quiz and here's my, as you can see, I get 50% on find your niche, 57% on earn the click, 60% on keep them watching, only 36% on build your systems, 58% on supercharge your growth. So definitely go take this free growth potential quiz and you decide PTYA is the right program for you. You can use my code HAN20. The first 100 people will get 20% off. The link is in my description box. So now go back to the next step in my production. In terms of scripting, I will start by writing the hook, which is the first 10 to 30 seconds of the video. Obviously, the title and thumbnail should be very attention grabbing and your hook should definitely match that energy and meet people's expectations. The way I got better at writing hooks is by learning from some of the best YouTube videos. I will break down their hooks like second by second, noting how many shots they use, or if there's a twist or they changed the music at 5-second mark. Basically just put the best shot, the best joke, like the epic lines into the first 30 seconds of your video. Because if your first 10 seconds is not good enough, people is not gonna wait until minute 10 to see your joke. I script almost every single word of my videos, which is quite extreme. This way I know I can control the flow of the video, the structure of the video, and timing of each section, which saves me a bunch of time in filming and editing. It usually takes me somewhere between 15 hours to 20 hours to script each video, and I will spend like at least 5 hours on the hook. In terms of filming, I will film the A-roll, which is just me talking to the camera in one setting because I have script everything, which probably just takes me around an hour. Then I will film a bunch of B-rolls. Usually I will highlight the parts that I want to add a B-roll in my scripts. Like this part, I need a B-roll of me looking at my phone or me writing. Sometimes I even sketches them out because I have a little bit anxiety around the filming sometimes. So I just prefer to prepare as much as possible before I film. And once the camera is rolling, I can just follow all the steps or like follow all the shots that I sketched out without doing any thinking. My gear is actually pretty simple. I have my camera, a lens, a tripod, a mic, and a fork. And I have my light, which sometimes I don't even use because I like the natural sunlight anyways. I will put everything I use in the description box. I don't think gears matters that much because I have seen so many just viral videos that has like terrible production values. My first video that has 1.4 million views, the audio was only coming through one side. I didn't figure out how to use my mic. It was actually hilarious to see like lots of people comment. They thought their headphones was broken. For editing, I use Final Cut Pro. Each video takes me somewhere between 10 hours to 15 hours to edit, and that's not include the time that I had to wait for the video to render and stuff. What I do is I usually just cut out all the bad takes and the pauses between my sentence in the A-roll, which is like the huge long video that I just hit here and talk to the camera. And then we'll add a bunch of B-roll footages or graphics to make it more dynamic. Editing is probably one of my favorite parts of making the videos because it's very satisfying to see the video finally come together, like watching a baby come to life. But it does take a long time to edit each video, so I recently got a new editor to help me with some of the editing. And then for people that are kind of anxious about talking to a camera or like nervous about posting videos online and worry about, oh, what my friends and my family would think. The first thing is, if you don't want to tell people that you started a YouTube channel, you don't have to. You really don't have to. I didn't tell anyone when I first started this channel. I just couldn't. Honestly, first of all, it's quite embarrassing. The first time when I post videos back in 2019, my mom shared my videos with everyone she knows, which kind of put a lot of pressure on me, and it didn't help at all because my family and friends are not my target audience. They typically don't watch the type of videos I make. So the algorithm will be all confused and recommend my video to people like them who also don't watch the type of videos I make. You want YouTube algorithm organically to find the right viewers for you. And about camera confidence, I know the first couple times of sitting and talking to a camera can be kind of uncomfortable, which is completely normal, and it definitely can get better with practice. What really helped me is that I like to script everything so I don't have to think while I film the video because my brain doesn't allow me to think and talk at the same time. Obviously, sometimes I add a little bit here and there, but mainly I have the whole structure of the video just ready there so I can always reference. And remember that everything you film can be edited, so just take as much time as you need and don't pressure yourself. Imagining you're talking to someone you know really helps you feel more natural. When I first started making videos, I would put silly pictures of my friend Alexa next to the camera, so like every time I see her, I will remind myself I'm just talking to her. And another common problem is that if you struggle with imposter syndrome, which I struggled with it so much, if you're good at something or you're an expert in some field, you are probably surrounded by people that are also really good at it or also the experts in the field. But you need to remember that the people you personally know are not gonna be the people typically watches your video. Because I was trying to share my study tips as an Ivy League student, and I was like, oh my god, my friends probably already know what I share in the videos, and they would think it's cringe for me to emphasize that I'm an Ivy League student because they're as well. But that's silly because I'm talking to the people who haven't heard of my tips yet, who are probably like a little bit younger than me, have less experience than me. That's why they're looking for those information. Okay, the last part of the video, I want to share a little bit more about how to be more consistent. I am still actively trying to be more consistent. As you've just heard, my production process requires a lot of time and effort for each video, and I'm essentially a one-person team, so it's just very difficult to do it over and over again in like very tight timelines. But I do want to share a couple things that I learned. The first one is a YouTube channel doesn't just grow on any videos. It grows from good or viral videos. You probably can't even get 1,000 subscribers from posting 100 videos, but each only get 100 views. But you can get tens of thousands of subscribers from one single viral video that say hit 1 million views. So if you want to take a little bit more time to focus on producing a very good video, that's completely fine. Post less often may not be a bad thing, but just don't make perfectionism stop you from ever posting the video. And the second thing is, not every video needs to be a viral video. It's also not possible to have every video go viral. Sometimes it's just nice to post a video that you like and you feel good about it. And sometimes it's actually even better if you're not focusing on the views, because my first video, I didn't expect it to go viral at all. I was simply thinking about, if I produce a series of videos and if no one watches them, I will use them as a portfolio to apply to grad school because I'm interested in education. And I feel like if I just make a series of videos, it would be a nice project that I did. I can add it to my resume. But just because I was simply focusing on what I want to talk about instead of like thinking about views, it ended up to be a very nice video. People can definitely tell if you're passionate about something. So always remember that you're not making videos for the algorithm, you're making videos for people. If you like this video, you should definitely go use the link in my description to take the PTYA growth potential quiz. It's completely for free and it's just so fun to see where you're at and see the report. I hope this video is helpful and thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day and I will see you next time. Bye.